So I want to talk to you a little bit about what is your definition of success and what are some key moments that you experienced in college that made you feel like, okay, I'm moving in the right direction, I'm feeling accomplished, this is what I want to do.
Yes. So I think the first moment that I really felt like I was doing something was when I crossed in my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi. Shout out to the noobs. Shout out to the Love chapter. But I crossed Kappa in spring of 2019.
Okay.
That was my sophomore year, the second semester. And at that time, that was probably the biggest accomplishment that I had. We had a really large show, and there was a lot of people that came out. And that really changed my perception of myself and my social image. And
Wow.
the people around me, they started to treat me a little bit different because they said that, oh, he's doing something a little different. I was one of the first people in my friend group at that time, and we were all sophomores. I was one of the first people to cross. And, you know, when you cross, you get a little bit of extra kind of status, and
That's
you get a
so
little bit
true.
more authority because now you're the one throwing the events, you're the one that's helping and supporting the community initiatives. So that was my first major achievement, I would say then. And from there, I started to build on that. I went from that, and then I started off making our social media content. That was my role on the chapter at first when I first crossed, was to make our social media content, make our logos and flyers, and make our events look really appealing. So that's where SWC originated from, was from that. And then eventually I was able to move up from that, and I became the president of that organization.
Wow.
And then I became the face of it. And that was the first time I had been the face of an organization. So it gave me a lot of experience in the skills, the actual skills that you need to be successful, and then the confidence and the competence to run an organization that has not only members that are in your school that are around your age group, but also had to interact with the alumni association too, the people that already had graduated. And these guys are, you know, some of these guys are executives, they're lawyers, they're doctors, they're CEOs of their companies. So these are some really major guys. And I had to, as a 21, 22-year-old, tell these guys, you know, hey, we don't really have a lot of money. You know, we need you guys to donate, and then, you know, spending that money and getting it back. So there was a lot of things that I learned that ended up being beneficial now, like even learning how to talk to them, interact and connect with people that are older. Then those connections that ended up helping me get to the point where I'm at now. So I'm very grateful for that.
So I want you to share with us just some tips that you would give other young men who are thinking about starting a business in college, because it sounds like to me you were able to pivot into different community initiatives that helped you to get out there and learn what your peers needed. So what is some advice that you would give others who are interested in starting a business?
For people that are interested in starting a business, I would say first and foremost, you have to find something that you're passionate about, I think. And I understand that that could be a waning thing to think about or base something off of. But if you don't enjoy it and you have to wake up every day and doing it, it's going to be like having a regular job. You're not going to enjoy it. It's just going to be straight work and work and work. And it is straight work. And it's not, you know, I know people can make it look flashy. You're always traveling and you got a lot of money and you're always buying the newest thing. You're always doing stuff. But no, it's really a hustle. It's really, you know, many long hours sitting at that desk by yourself, and you're supposed to be in bed, everybody else is out partying. And I spent a lot of time doing that after I gave up mostly, you know, going out and partying and celebrating. I was in my room a lot working on my business. My friends would come to my door, they'd be like, hey, we're about to go to the bar, we're about to go get a drink, and I'm like, no, I got to focus on this.
Wow.
And they're like, no, you're so lame, you don't even go out anymore. So find something that you're passionate about that's going to keep you focused when your distractions are going to come. And also you need to find something that you're actually good at. And if you have a skill set, you can leverage that and monetize that and turn that into a business. So for me, my skill set was creating digital content. So because I had developed my skill set in creating digital content to the point where people were willing to exchange that value for currency. And once they started to do that, I was able to build systems and a brand. And I was able to leverage that to the point where now the business can more so sustain itself rather than me having to do every individual aspect of the business. So the major things I would say if you were looking to start a business are to find something that you're passionate about, and then also learn to monetize a skill that you have so that you can get better and better and better at that skill, and then you can start to leverage that and monetize that.
Yeah, I really like how you said it's about knowing your skill set. First, you want to be one with yourself. You want to know what you're actually good at. Just don't go out there on a limb and do something that everybody's doing because it looks cool. I have been there, done that, where I've started a business like drop shipping just because everybody's doing it. And it's like, this is not my thing. So you really need to know, you know, what you're good at, what comes natural for you, and then build on that. And I like that you said also being able to discipline yourself to say, okay, you know what? I know I could be out here having fun. This is what what everybody else is doing, but I have a vision for myself. And I just admire that, because you were in your early 20s in college. Most young men could care less about discipline. That's not even where their focus is.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's just something that I think is really important if you want to get ahead of the game, having that discipline and having the heart to say, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice temporary fun right now so I can make sure that I accomplish my goals. That's huge.